Hello and welcome to the first home meet of the 2021 gymnastics season. Today's dual meet, we have two amazing teams, the University of Wisconsin Stout versus the University of Wisconsin Whitewater. It's definitely a different vibe in the gym today as there are no fans. The COVID-19 pandemic forced all sports to rethink their schedule, and the WIAC Gymnastics will have 4 meets beginning in late February and ending in early April. The Blue Devils will have opened at Gustavus Adolphus College Friday, February 26th. They then will host today's home meet against UW Whitewater on Saturday, March 13th at 4 p.m. And they will also host a home meet against Hamline University Saturday, March 20th at 5 p.m. Before closing out the season, Thursday, April 1st at UW Eau Claire at 5 p.m. Fans will not be allowed during the 2021 season. The WIAC Championship has been canceled, as has the NCGA Championship for the second consecutive year. None of the teams in the NCGA's East Regional were conducting competitive seasons this winter. The University of Wisconsin Stout will be starting on the vault this evening, while the University of Wisconsin Whitewater will be starting on the bars. Because there is no fans today, these girls are really going to have to get pumped up as a group within each other. They don't have that vibe from the audience, that extra noise. And this group of girls is pretty good at doing that just within themselves and within their team. For those who are not familiar to the college meet setting, they will have a 4-minute touch time on each event, and then they will compete. So they'll have a 4-minute warm-up, and then they will compete, and then there will be time in between events for rotations and whatnot like that. So right now they're just waiting for that touch time to begin. On vault today, we will be seeing first up for UW Stout, Maddie Mullenbach, followed by Kiera Brown, Carly Beatty, Jensen DeJong, Kiara Bruning, Sade Boone, and in exhibition today we have Madison Latsky. taking a look at the Blue Devils finished fourth at the 2020 WIAC Championship, NCGA West Regional. Stout won their first ever WIAC Championship, NCGA West Regional title in 2019 and finished second at the 2019 NCGA Championship. This was their best finish ever. 4 Blue Devils earned the NCGA All-American Award for the 2020 season. These girls include Sade Boone, Brooke Terry, Brittany Wolf, and Belle Eide. The Blue Devils have 4 seniors, 2 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 5 freshmen on their 2021 roster. Tonight we are also celebrating Senior Night for our 5 seniors, including Sade Boone, Olivia Rosenow, Michaela Boogie, Maddie Mullenbach, and Cassie Eamon. You'll notice on vault there's a couple different types of vaults. There's a front entry vault and a back entry vault. And that back entry vault, they're going to do a round off before the vault table. Whereas some have a front entry vault, which they'll come in faster forward. I would like to direct you to our UW Stout Gymnastics Facebook page. If you are watching today's competition, comment on the latest post for a shout out. looks like today we'll have a little bit of a different schedule. We'll have a 15-minute touch time. This is different from a normal collegiate competition, and then we will compete, and we'll do that on each event as we move through today's competition. So right now they're just having their 15-minute touch warm-up. Girls are about halfway through their touch warm-up. Both teams warming up fairly strong here in today's competition. You'll notice the girls getting in their vibe, getting ready and set for competition. They'll be dancing around a little bit, creating a calmer vibe within their team. A little bit about Coach Becky Bolio. This is her 16th season in the season of 2021 as a Blue Devil coach. Under Bolio's direction, UW Stout gymnasts have earned 57 All-American awards, and Bolio has coached national champions on the balance beam in 2008, the floor exercise in 2009, the uneven bars in 2010, the vault and floor exercise in 2011, the floor in 2015, and the vault in 2019. The 2019 won the NCGA Midwest Championship and finished second at the NCGA Championship. Bolio has been named the WIAC Coach of the Year 3 times in 2011, 2015, and 2019. She was the NCGA West Region Coach of the Year. KJ Wheeler the assistant coach, joined the Blue Devil coaching staff in 2019 as part-time, but has joined the staff full-time in the 2020-21 gymnastics season. The girls have made quite a connection with her this year and have proved her to work great with them. Looks like both teams are wrapping up their touch warm-up here. They have about 2.5 minutes left to take their last turns. All right, and here we are for today's competition. First up for your UW Stout Blue Devils is Maddie Mullenbach. Over on bars for UW Whitewater, Emily North will start off their lineup. Here goes Maddie Mullenbach, a senior from Austin, Minnesota. Nice Yurchenko layout, a little bit low on that landing where she put her hands down. Next up for the UW Stout Blue Devils, we have Kiera Brown, who is a freshman from Whitewood, South Dakota. Here goes Kiera Brown for your UW Stout Blue Devils. Coming in with the Yurchenko. Nice laid out. Beautiful finish. Just a little hop there. Wow. Her and KJ Wheeler and Coach Bolio are very excited with that vault as she's running back to high five her teammates. Up next for your UW Stout Blue Devils is Carly Beatty. And on bars here for UW Whitewater, we have Esty Flom. Maddie Mullenbach receiving an 8.275. Emily North for UW Whitewater. Score is just coming in here. Receiving a 9.05. Looks like the judges are having some communication over in the vault area. They have come to a conclusion. Kiera Brown receiving a 9.25. And here goes Carly Beatty. Nice Yurchenko coming in hot. Little pikey there, but beautiful stuck landing. That is really what those judges are looking for. Up next for your UW Stout Blue Devils is Jensen Jijong, who is a freshman from Iowa. She goes a beautiful layout position. Put her hands down. That'll be a bit of a deduction there. But that layout position in the air was beautiful. Have some scores coming in here. Carly Beatty receiving a 9.325, and Jensen Dijong's score is coming up here. Up next for your UW Stout Blue Devils is Kiara Bruning. Kiara is a freshman from Sedona, Arizona. Coming in with that front entry souk. layout position up to her feet, that nice chest up at the end. Super simple, solid vault there from Kiara. Up next for UW Whitewater on the bars is Taya Stelmakowski. Taya is from Plainfield, Illinois. Finishing off our lineup for UW Stout Blue Devils on vault is Sade Boone. This is definitely Sade's event. Let's see what vault she pulls out today. A Yurchenko 1.5, super open hips in that layout. Coach Bolio is jumping with excitement. This is so fun to see in today's competition. These girls have been working so hard. Sometimes it looks like these skills are super easy for them, but lots of practice in the gym. Jensen Jijong receiving an 8.275, and Kiara Bruning receiving a 9.4 for the UW Stout Blue Devils. On bars, Esty Floam receiving an 8.025. Sade Boone coming out with a huge score of a 9.75. Last on vault, we'll have Madison Latsky, who is an exhibition. These exhibition routines are just to get these girls out on the floor, see what they got in competition, and get them ready for lineup. Madison is a junior from Gaylord, Minnesota. Very nice Yurchenko layout. She opened those hips all the way to a flat position. And that's a wrap for the UW Blue Devils on vault. They will go ahead and grip up and get ready for bars as bars finishes up. Madison Latsky receiving a 9.25 in that exhibition spot. Taya Stelmakowski receiving a 9.325, a nice solid bar routine for UW Whitewater. Up next, we have Blaze Wilson. The fifth competition spot for UW Whitewater. Up next is Morgan McIntyre. Morgan McIntyre showing a beautiful Tkachev on the bars. Nice, solid routine for Morgan McIntyre. The team is pumped up over on the uneven bars. Blaze Wilson receiving a 9.45 for UW Whitewater on the uneven bars. Looks like we have our first shout out here. Nicole Chabalowski says, "Awesome vaults, ladies." Remember, if you comment on the latest post on the UW Stout Gymnastics Facebook page, there will be a shout out for you. Morgan McIntyre receiving a 9.125. Faith Malin just finished up on the uneven bars. And last up for UW Stout Whitewater is Kelsey Kohlhoff. Like I was saying before, it's definitely a different vibe in the gym today with no fans watching. The girls really have to get in their zone to get pumped up within their team and within themselves. Definitely more relaxed. Mylan score is coming in right now. Receiving an 8.975 on the uneven bars for UW Whitewater. Some more shout outs for you. Nelda Brown says, nice vaults, ladies. And Diane Baker shouts out, way to go, ladies. Great vault, Sade. Was a beautiful vault from Sade Boone today. Looks like that wraps up Kelsey Kohlhoff on the uneven bars for UW Stout Whitewater, or excuse me, UW Whitewater. Once again, we will have a 15-minute touch time where the girls will warm up on the event. UW Stout will move to the bars and Whitewater will move to the vault area. Some more shout outs. Great job on vault, Jensen Dijon. Hashtag bleed blue, go Genevieve, and best to all the gymnasts today. Go Brownie, keep it up. South Dakota is stout proud. Sade, I am so proud of all that you have accomplished. Keep those comments coming on our UW Stout Gymnastics Facebook page. The last time that UW Stout was out on the competition floor, 14 varsity spots were filled by freshmen as UW Stout opened their season with a 181.875 win over Gustavus Adolphus on February 26th. In the opening rounds, the Blue Devils took 4 of the 5 top spots on the vault, 3 of the top 4 spots on the uneven bars, the top 3 spots on the balance beam, and 2 of the top 4 in the floor exercise. Freshman all-arounder Kiera Bruning captured the top spot on the vault with a 9.55. Senior Maddie Mullenbach tied for third with freshmen Kiera Brown and Jensen DeJong with a 9.3. Senior Olivia Rosenau led the way on the uneven bars with a 9.35, followed by Bruning in second with a 9.05. Sophomore Jenna Jones was fourth with an 8.75. Sophomore Carly Beatty captured the beam with a score of a 9.5. Bruning was second with a 9.45, and Genevieve third with a 9.425. Gustavus finished 1-2 on the floor exercise. Brown was third with a 9.275, and Beatty was fourth with a 9.25. Bruning was first in the all-around with a 36.525. The last time that UW Whitewater was out, Whitewater gymnasts kicked off the 2021 season Saturday with a Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference dual meet against Winona State, competing for the first time against an opponent in nearly 1 year. The Warhawks tallied 165.18 points despite being short 2 competitors on the uneven bars. UW Whitewater started the meet on vault, posting a 96.525, the team's highest in any event at the meet. The Warhawks swept the top 3 spots as Meg McGinley won the event with a 9.45. The Warhawks also finished 1-2-3 on balance beam as Wilson claimed first place in her second event of the night with a 9.625. North scored a 9.45 to place second, and Karina Sabel finished third with a 9.35. McGinley finished fifth with a 9.25, and Gobble placed seventh with her 8.65. UW Whitewater tallied a 46.325 as a team beam and the team's second highest mark of the day. Girls are looking fairly strong on the uneven bars this evening. One of the top things that those judges will be looking for tonight is hitting those handstands. Making those handstands on the bars are completely vertical, up and down, tight. This is a hard position for a gymnast as it is easy to fall over the wrong direction. Most girls will be able to save their falls on the bars as they have practiced many times saving different kinds of falls and working with it, as much of the audience may not even know that they were going to fall. UW Whitewater looking strong on the vault today. Your Just Gymnastics family is so proud of you. And go Blue Devils! Grandma and Papa from Texas are sending a shout out to Genevieve and all the gymnasts. Hashtag Blue Blue. About 5 more minutes until the 15-minute touch warm-up will end. On the vault for UW Whitewater, starting with Morgan McIntyre. Second up, Lauren Gobble. Third, Emily North, followed by Blaze Wilson, Kelsey Kalhoff, Meg McGinley, Faith Milan, and Taya Stella Makowski. On the uneven bars, competing for UW Stout, our starting competitor today will be Olivia Rosenau, followed by Sade Boone, Genevieve Chapowski, Kiara Bruning, Jenna Jones, Kiera Brown, and the first alternate today will be Jensen Dijon. Both teams looking like they're having a very solid warm-up. Some season highlights on the uneven bars from your UW Stout Blue Devils. Olivia Rosenau with a 9.35 and Kiara Bruning with a 9.05. Wrapping up that touch warm-up. Starting on vault for UW Whitewater, Morgan McIntyre, and on bars for UW Stout Blue Devils, Olivia Rosenau. Olivia Rosenau is a strong senior coming out of Shoreview, Minnesota. She has really bloomed in her college career as a gymnast, showing and proving her hard work to make it in that top lineup spot for your Blue Devils. Here goes Olivia Rosenau, looking for that overshoot to be at horizontal, so pretty great there. Hitting those handstands. Olivia is such a tight competitor, keeping nice form. A beautiful stuck landing. She did not take any steps. She is super excited. Both coaches, KJ Wheeler and Becky Bolio, are looking excited. That is a great routine to start off the lineup for the UW Stout Blue Devils today in today's competition. Up next on bars for UW Stout is Sade Boone. We saw an amazing vault from her on vaults today, and hoping to see a great routine on the uneven bars. On vault for UW Whitewater, in the second spot is Faith Mylan. First up for UW Whitewater, Morgan McIntyre. Her score is coming in now. Morgan McIntyre receiving a 9.4. Faith Mylan finishing her vault for Whitewater. Nice tight Yurchenko layout. Over on the uneven bars, Sade Boone playing around here, getting in her zone with Cassie Eamon. It's so interesting to see as different gymnasts prepare for their routines in different ways. Some calm and collected, some a little more playful and happy. Depending on the gymnast is what they do. Sade is more of a playful, happy, get ready to go, get excited, get pumped for her routine kind of gymnast. Giving a shout out to an alumni from the UW Stout Gymnastics team, Gina Guarneri, over in Connecticut, watching her Blue Devils. Faith Mylan for UW Whitewater, on vault receiving a 9.425. Emily North competing on vault, finishing with a nice landing there. Olivia Rosenau for UW Stout receiving a 9.325 on the uneven bars. Sade Boone starting off with some amazing handstands there. A nice Tkachev. Saving that handstand as it was falling over. That's what I'm talking about. Those handstands. Sade Boone ending with a nice super high double tuck dismount. Little step on the landing, which will be a little deduction there, but all around pretty nice routine. Emily North on vault receiving a 9.425. Up next for UW Stout Blue Devils on the uneven bars, freshman Genevieve Chapowski from Grand Island, Nebraska, competing in club for the Nebraska Twisters Gymnastics. As we've seen out here on the floor, maybe you've seen in the sidelines today, Genevieve comes with excitement and very much a team player to this UW Stout Gymnastics team. Blaze Wilson on vault receiving a 9.4 for UW Whitewater. Kelsey Kalla finishing with a nice Yurchenko layout vault for the Warhawks. Kelsey Koloff receiving a 9.35 on vault. Sade Boone receiving a 9.15 on the uneven bars for UW Stout. Here goes Genevieve. Very nice lines, tight body as she moves through this routine. Little short on the handstand there. Super amazing dismount. A toe front half to a stuck landing. You'll notice she does not move her feet at all on that landing. That is a 0 deduction. Looks like when they stick a dismount, the girls line up with their little twinkle fingers there as the competitor runs through. We'll wait to see on that score for Genevieve. Up next is Kiara Bruning for your UW Stout Blue Devils on the uneven bars. Meg McKinley on vault for UW Whitewater receiving a 9.4. The Warhawks looking strong on the vault today. Up next on vault in an exhibition spot is Lauren Gobble, followed by Taya Stella Makowski, also in an exhibition spot for UW Whitewater. Lauren Gobble receiving a 9.4 for your Warhawks. Genevieve receiving an 8.525 on the uneven bars. And next up here is Kiara Bruning, starting off with a beautiful tight handstand. Doesn't look to be any deduction there. Kiara comes all the way to us from Sedona, Arizona. She is a freshman. Finishes up that routine solid. The girls are excited and happy over in the uneven bars. Another stuck landing with those twinkle finger tunnel as she runs through. So fun to see the team work together as the mini jobs that each competitor has on each event. If they aren't competing, they might be moving a board or in charge of pumping up another teammate, and that is so fun to see as a collegiate team as they work together throughout today's competition. Taya Stelamakowski receiving a 9.175 for your Warhawks on the vaults today. Up next for your UW Stout Blue Devils is Jenna Jones. Jenna is a sophomore from Elwood, Indiana. Kiara Bruning receiving a 9.025 on the uneven bars for your UW Stout Blue Devils. Here goes Jenna Jones. Jenna is a very hard worker in the gym. That clear hip to handstand. Little arch there as she falls over the wrong direction. Here's her time to chalk up, regroup, and get back to finish this routine nice and strong. Getting back up on that bar with a nice tight handstand. Jenna is such a strong competitor. Ending with a double tuck dismount. Little step there, might be a little bit deduction. The fact that she got back up there, finished that routine strong, says a lot about Jenna as a person and athlete. She's staying pumped up to pump up her teammates. Next up for UW Stout Blue Devils on the uneven bars is Kiera Brown. Kiera is a freshman from Whitewood, South Dakota at Just Gymnastics. Earlier today we had that shout out from her Just Gymnastics fans. We'll see what she brings to the competition today. Beautiful release to start off her routine. Such a strong handstand there. She's rounding up for her dismount. Double tuck, maybe an itty bitty step there. The team is going wild. Wow, beautiful routine for Kiera Brown at today's competition. Jenna Jones receiving an 8.125 for your UW Stout Blue Devils. Still waiting on Kiera Brown's score. The Blue Devils are huddled up as Becky Bolio is dancing in the middle of their huddle, getting them pumped up for the balance beam, which is their next competitive event in today's competition. Your UW Stout Blue Devils will move to the balance beam as UW Whitewater will move to the floor exercise today. They will get that 15-minute touch warm-up, and then their competition will begin on those events. If you go onto the UW Stout Gymnastics Facebook page, add a comment to the latest post for a shout out on today's live stream. as we look at the WIAC honor roll. In the latest WIAC honor roll, Kiara Bruning is third on the vault with a 9.55. Olivia Rosenau is seventh on the uneven bars with a 9.35. Carly Beatty is sixth on the balance beam with a 9.5. And Kiera Brown is 13th on the floor exercise with a 9.275. And Bruning is fourth in the all-around with a 36.525. For the Warhawk, Meg McGinley is 7th on the vault with a 9.45. Blaze Wilson is 3rd on the uneven bars with a 9.5. Second on the balance beam with a 9.625. And first in the all-around with a 37.875. And Karina Sabel is 1st on the floor exercise with a 9.575. As a former gymnast, I believe that the balance beam is one of the hardest events to warm up on, as you never know what can happen. Your warm-up might go south and you might have a great routine in competition, and vice versa. We hope that we have a great warm-up and great competition routines, but it's one of the hardest events and in this hard sport of gymnastics. These girls take on this challenge every day. They've been looking great on beam in practices. So we'll see what they bring out to the competition floor today. If you aren't familiar with gymnastics or the judging of the balance beam, each little wobble or movement to the side could be a deduction depending on if the judge sees it or takes it a deduction. It could be a tenth, 2/10, 3/10 of a point, depending on the judge or how big the wobble is. Then we go back to that stuck landing of a dismount. If the feet move, it's a deduction. If the chest is down, it could be a deduction. It all depends on the judge and what they see in the gymnast. 5 more minutes in the touch warm-up for this third rotation. I will announce the lineups for these girls on beam. For your UW Stout Blue Devils, leading off is Carly Beatty, followed by Genevieve Chapowski. Following is Kaylin Westbrook, Bridget Allen, Maddie Mullenbach, Kiara Bruning, and we have 2 exhibition routines today on the balance beam, Kiara Brown and Madison Latsky. On floor for the UW Whitewater Warhawks, leading off is Abby Hare, followed by Faith Mylan, Meg McGinley, Kelsey Koloff, Vanessa Ollinger, Blaze Wilson, and the 2 exhibition routines on the floor exercise today will be Karina Sabel and Sarah Knelski, as these girls wrap up their events. Some season highlights on the balance beam for UW Stout is Carly Beatty receiving a 9.5 and Kiara Bruning receiving a 9.425. Season highlights for your UW Whitewater Warhawks on the floor exercise, Karina Sabel receiving a 9.575 and Faith Mylan receiving a 9.525. Both teams preparing for this third rotation. They're both huddled up here. Leading off for your UW Stout Blue Devils on the balance beam is Carly Beatty. On floor for UW Whitewater is Abby Hare. Carly comes to us from Lakeville, Minnesota. She is a sophomore on this team. Starting her routine here, which looks like is going to be her beam series 2 skills connected. Beautiful, nice, tight series there with no wobbles at the end. Just a bit off to the side on that back pike. That'll be a fall. That will be a 5/10 deduction for Carly for this routine. The key here is to finish it strong and to get prepared for that next competitor, keeping a positive attitude. Beautiful end to that routine. That's what these routines and these girls are all about. Even if there's something that doesn't go your way, a fall or a mistake, maybe a big wobble, finishing that routine strong, and that is exactly what Carly did in this routine today. Next up for your Blue Devils will be Genevieve Chaplowski. Genevieve comes to us from Grand Island, Nebraska. She is a freshman on this team, practicing, I should say, balance beam, the floor exercise, and the uneven bars. Up next for your Warhawks is Faith Mylan on the floor exercise. Carly Beatty receiving an 8.8 on the balance beam today. That is a great score, even with a fall, which would be a 5/10 deduction, so 5/10 higher there, which will be her goal for the next competition. The judges are having a conversation over in the balance beam area. This might be whether their scores do not match up or are too far away. On floor for UW Whitewater, Abigail Hare receiving a 9.45, a great start for the Warhawks on the floor exercise today. Genevieve here on the balance beam, starting off with her acro series. Back handspring layout, step out, beautiful, solid finish. Super sharp dance moves coming from Genevieve today. This keeps the routine flowing. Side aerial, beautiful finish. She's got a little smile on her face. Comes up for the dismount. Gainer full to a stuck landing. Her feet did not move. Coach Bolio is excited. I can see on the sidelines. Great work, Genevieve. Faith Mylan on floor, receiving a 9.575 for UW Whitewater. Genevieve receiving a 9.45 for that last routine on the balance beam. That is a great score for the UW Stout Blue Devils. Next up on beam is Kaylin Westbrook. Kaylin is a sophomore from Plano, Texas. She specializes in the balance beam. Kaylin is a very flexible and light on her feet gymnast, which comes in handy when competing the balance beam. Beautiful leap series, super solid. Front aerial, back handspring. It looks like that was connected. That's something that is a bit trickier when having a front series. Kaylin will wrap up her routine here with her dismount. Front full. Nice stuck landing. Coach Bolio is super excited about that, and so are the girls. You can see that their relationship with their coach is so positive, and it makes them do really great in the competition setting and at practice as well. An update for scores on floor for UW Whitewater. Karina Sabo, the score is coming in, receiving a Karina Sabel receiving a 9.375 for your Warhawks on the floor exercise today. Up next for your UW Stout Blue Devils on the balance beam is Bridget Allen. On floor here we're seeing Kelsey Koloff from UW Whitewater. Bridget Allen is a freshman from Simi Valley, California. Kaylin Westbrook receiving a 9.35 on the balance beam for your UW Stout Blue Devils. One more shout out here. Wow, Genevieve. I'm guessing about her balance beam routine there was beautiful. Remember, if you would like a shout out, comment on the latest Facebook page on the UW Stout Gymnastics Facebook page. Up next is Bridget Allen. Beautiful start with that side aerial. Zero deduction there, and there's no wobbles. Series a bit sideways at that end. Results in a fall there for Bridget. Nice ending for Bridget there. Kelsey Kalla from UW Whitewater receiving an 8.625 on the floor exercise. Up next for your UW Stout Blue Devils, Maddie Mullenbach, a senior from Austin, Minnesota. Bridget Allen receiving an 8.85 on the balance beam. Maddie Mullenbach is a very hard worker in practice. She's come out of her shell through her years as a collegiate gymnast on the UW Stout gymnastics team. Nice beam series, a little bit short there, but she was able to save it and keep that chest up. So fun to see some sass and some sassy moves on the balance beam, which is such a serious event for these competitors. Maddie will end her routine here with a back handspring, gainer full. Nice, pretty close to stuck, maybe a little tiny step. You can tell Becky Boleo is so proud of her as a person gymnast and as a senior on this team. Updates on scores. Vanessa Allinger receiving a 9.5 on the floor exercise for UW Whitewater. Up next for your Blue Devils on the balance beam is Kiara Bruning. On floor is Blaze Wilson for your Warhawks. Kiara Bruning comes to us from Sedona, Arizona. Kiara has such beautiful lines. Maddie Mullenbach receiving a 9.1 on her balance beam. Kiara is nice and solid on the balance beam today. And that leap series is a solid finish. Wrapping up here. Beautiful dismount, little step up, might be a deduction or two, but great routine to wrap up the lineup. Up next, we will have Kiara Brown in an exhibition spot, followed by Madison Latsky, also in an exhibition spot. Blaze Wilson receiving a 9.6 on her floor routine. That is a nice score. Kiara Bruning's score is coming in here soon. Kiara Bruning receiving a 9.275 on the balance beam. Kiara Brown now up on the balance beam. Ending her routine with a nice round off layout full dismount. Those exhibition spots are to get those competitors out there on the apparatuses during a competition setting. Get them ready to be in lineup for future competitions. Last exhibition will be Madison Latsky today. Madison is a junior from Gaylord, Minnesota. Kara Brown receiving an 8.65 on the balance beam. Finishing out the lineup with an exhibition spot is Madison Latsky. Little sideways on that layout step out, but beautiful lines as she moved through it. Just a little bit off today for Madison. Madison finishing the routine off with a back handspring, layout step out. Nice finish. Another shout out from the UW Stout Gymnastics Facebook page. Yay, Bridget, from R. Craig Allen. Your UW Stout Blue Devils will move to the floor exercise, and the UW Whitewater Warhawks will move over to the balance beam, where they will have a 15-minute touch time. Madison Latsky receiving an 8.3 for your UW Stout Blue Devils on the balance beam today.
15-minute warm-up begins now.
As the competitors finish up their 15-minute touch, there's about 4 minutes left on floor for your UW Stout Blue Devils. The lineup leading off will be Maddie Mullenbach, followed by Carly Beatty, Genevieve Champowski, Kiara Brown, Kiara Bruning, Sade Boone, and as an exhibition today is Jensen Dijon. On the balance beam for UW Whitewater, we'll be leading off with Karina Sabo, followed by Lauren Gobble, followed by Vanessa Ollinger, Faith Mylan, Blaze Wilson, Emily North, Sarah Konetsky, and Abby Hare. Both of these teams have had fantastic meets today. Some great warm-ups for this fourth and final event. The girls finish up here on floor with their warming up their dance. One of the goals on the floor exercise is to catch those judges' attention with some of the dance and the expressive dance that the girls bring out throughout their floor routines. Some highlights from this season for your UW Stout Blue Devils on the floor exercise. Kiera Brown receiving a 9.275 and Carly Beatty receiving a 9.25. On the balance beam for UW Whitewater, Blaze Wilson receiving a 9.625 and Emily North receiving a 9.45. So we'll see what they bring to the competition floor today. Leading off for your UW Stout Blue Devils on the floor exercise, Maddie Mullenbach, a senior from Austin, Minnesota. Leading off on the balance beam for UW Whitewater will be Karina Sabel. Heading out for her first pass on the floor exercise. So handsprings Rudy to a wolf jump, solid. You can see her sass coming out. This is something that Maddie has been working on throughout her college career. Beautiful routine there from Maddie Mullenbach. She's excited. The girls are excited. Up next on floor for your UW Stout Blue Devils is Carly Beatty. Carly is a sophomore from Lakeville, Minnesota. Carly has a top score on the floor exercise this year with a 9.25. We'll see what she brings to the competition floor today. Up next from UW Whitewater is Lauren Gobble over on the balance beam.
Next on the floor, Carly Bailey.
Carly has such a fun routine, and she's really come out of her shell this year. Nice routine by Carly Beatty there. Updating on some scores, Maddie Mullenbach from UW Stout on the floor exercise receiving a 9.375. On the balance beam from UW Whitewater, Karina Sable, receiving a 9.525. Up next for your UW Stout Blue Devils on the floor exercise is Genevieve Chapelski. Genevieve is a freshman from Grand Island, Nebraska. Each time she does this floor routine, she feels a little bit more comfortable with her dance, a little bit more comfortable in front of people. So I hope she brings her sassy pizzazz routine to the competition floor today. Great front layout from full. And continues with that sassy in her dance. It is so fun to watch her as she competes. Very nice retrieve from Genevieve. Some updates on scores. Carly Beatty from UW Stout on the floor exercise receiving a 9.4. Lauren Gobble receiving a 9.55 on the balance beam for UW Whitewater. Up next on floor, we have Kiera Brown. Kiera Brown comes to us from Whitewood, South Dakota.
Next for the Blue Devils, Kiara Brown.
Kiera really getting into her dance in this routine. Super fun to watch. Very nice routine from Kiera Brown. Solid dance, solid tumbling. Genevieve receiving a 9.225 on the floor exercise for UW Stout. Vanessa Ollinger receiving a 9.25 on the balance beam for UW Whitewater. Up next for UW Stout, for your UW Stout Blue Devils, on the floor exercise is Kiara Bruning. Kiara comes to us from Arizona, I believe. Sedona, Arizona. Up next for your Warhawks on the balance beam is Blaze Wilson. Faith Mylan from UW Whitewater receiving a 9.45 on the balance beam. Kiara Brown receiving a 9.15 on the floor exercise. Up next is Kiara Bruning. Beautiful first tumbling pass, double tuck. Beautiful finish out of that front pike. Her presentation on this event is so beautiful. Great routine from Bruning on the floor exercise. Up next on the floor exercise, we have Sade Boone competing for your Blue Devils. Sade is a senior from Maple Grove, Minnesota. A shout out from April Lyons, Kiara Brown, go Kiki, let's get it stout. As we wrap up the meet, if you would like to give a shout out to our latest post on the UW Stout Gymnastics Facebook page. Kiara Bruning receiving a 9.55 on the floor exercise for your UW Stout Blue Devils. A little update on UW Whitewater. Blaze Wilson receiving a 9.475 on the balance beam. Up next on the balance beam is Emily North, followed by two exhibition routines, Sarah Kanetsky and Abigail Hare. Here goes the senior, Sade, with a really fun and interactive routine. Starting this routine off with a double pike to a beautiful stick. You can see she's having some fun out there. Sade's tumbling in this routine looks so easy for her. Ending with a double tuck. A little bit of a chest down there, but manages to keep it up. Beautiful routine from Sade Boone. Emily North from UW Whitewater receiving an 8.95 on the balance beam. Up next for your Blue Devils is an exhibition routine. Jensen Dijon. Beautiful double pike. See her choreography here. Going into her final pass. Nice, that is an improvement from the last competition. Nice routine here from Jensen Dijon. Sade Boone receiving a 9.625 for your UW Stout Blue Devils on the floor exercise. That concludes our home gymnastics meet for today. Our next home gymnastics meet is on Saturday, March 20th at 5 p.m. against Hamline University. Thank you for your support of Blue Devil Athletics. Please stay tuned for awards, and it is our senior night, so there will be senior videos and gifts given out. We will now announce the unofficial results 1st through 3rd on each event, all around as well as team results. Athletes will stand to be recognized.
We will begin our senior presentation in 2 minutes. Please get ready for report to the floor. Please make your way to the floor for tonight's senior night presentation.
Okay, cool. Let me know when you're playing. I'm gonna play on the side sometime. Scaring me.
At this time, we ask you please direct your attention to the West video display as we honor our 2021 senior class.
Sade Boone, or Shay as we call her, a senior from Maple Grove, Minnesota, with a major in health, wellness, and fitness. And I remember when her coach Steve and Sammy called me, her senior year of high school, coaches at Twin City Twisters, and what a gift they gave me. You know, some people's story is that they go straight up the mountain, and for Sade, others go around the mountain to get to the top, right? And some may have a detour, and that might be a bit more of her journey. But I've told Sade she's our CEO, or our Chief Energy Officer. And she leads the team through her dances, her silliness, her sense of humor, her competitive drive, and her inspiring words. I remember her freshman year, she only competed in 3 meets due to injury. And her sophomore year, I told her we were going to rework her run on vault. But she really decided to trust her training and us as coaches. And sure enough, halfway through her season, her sophomore year, she did a vault valued at a 10.0 and was the first Division III gymnast to do a layout Yurchenko 1.5. Well, it scored a 9.6 and the video went viral with 350,000 views. The gymnastics community just agreed that she should have gotten scored higher. But I'm glad that we listened when God said go. Sade is on our leadership team. She is a 3-time All WIAC Conference honoree on the vault and the floor, and a 3-time NCGA All-American and the National Vault Champion. She led our team to the WIAC Conference Championship in 2019. She holds the school record currently on the vault with a 9.825. She had a career high score of a 9.425 on the uneven bars. She dabbled a little bit on the balance beam and went 9.75 on the floor exercise. I told Shay she's really my gym daughter, and it's my favorite thing to joke back and forth with her or Millie rock with her. But she's really special to me. We just got to get that digestive tract looked at, okay? I really believe Sade is her best self, and that gymnastics, the sport of gymnastics, has brought out the best in her. So she's her best self in the gym. And she'll go on to do big things. And P.S., we're keeping her. Good talk. Sade Boone.
I am from Maple Grove, Minnesota. My major is health, wellness, and fitness. What brought me to Stout was that I was recruited by Becky and came here, and I got to visit the campus, which made me feel a lot closer to home. And just the girls on the team are very accepting and very kind, and made me feel like I was a part of something. My favorite personal memory on the team would probably have to be winning nationals on vault, and my favorite team memory would probably have to be us going to Texas or Missouri, any kind of travel meet that we all get to spend together. Spending time on the bus together is also one of my favorite things we got to do through the past 4 years I've been here. In one way which I grew, I would say that I've grown a lot in my leadership skills and just being accepting of like what comes towards me. There's a lot of adversity in the world, and I think that this team has been through a lot, and so it's taught me how to be the best version of myself and continue to grow as a person. And I would like to thank my mom, because she is my best friend and has put up with me through all my gymnastics struggles, wanting to quit and wanting to stay. So I thank you, Mom. And I would also like to thank my teammates and coaches throughout the years, but specifically these girls here this year and last year, because I wouldn't be where I am today without you guys, and you guys continue to help me become a better person. And thank you to Becky, KJ, and Seth Helen, who's no longer here, but I'm very appreciative of all their coaching, because they have taught me how to be the best person and work hard and always believe in myself.
Cassie Eman is an uneven bar specialist from South Dakota. She's majoring in business administration and will receive the NCGA Academic All-American Award. She had a career high score of a 9.1 on the uneven bars, and a couple of shoulder injuries changed her role, and now she's a student assistant coach. But she's the kind of kid who got several votes for MVP in a year where she was injured and couldn't compete a varsity routine. So that just says something about her character. She wore her competition leotard every meet that year, although she couldn't compete. And that wasn't an expectation, it's just that she's all in everything that she does. Cassie has a gift, and it's a real zest for life. When we warm up and play volleyball or Winter Olympics, she almost burns a hole in her leotard diving for the volleyball. She's all in. She's the winner of the WIAC Sportsmanship Award a couple times and our Stout Spunk Award. And she helped lead our team to a 2019 WIAC Team Conference Championship. Cassie's a member of our leadership team and one of the most inspiring young women that I've had the pleasure of coaching. Her words really move others. I want her to know that she's worthy of her own dreams. Her and I are really on the same page, and she showed me that she saved the voicemail from her senior year of high school over 4 years ago of me asking her to committing to being a Blue Devil. Next time we travel, just want to make sure her and Emma can grab the equipment bag. To senior Cassie Eman.
I'm from Rapid City, South Dakota, and I'm a business administration major with a minor in human resources. I was recruited off of YouTube, which ultimately led me to visiting Stout, and I recognized the student-athlete dynamic that was the perfect mix for myself, as well as the coaching and the team made me feel super welcomed, and it was a feeling I just couldn't resist. I was able to close out my gymnastics career with one final bar routine last year, and my family and my friends were all able to come and be there in the Johnson Fieldhouse and give me a huge hug, which was something I think I totally took for granted in the time, but I'm so lucky to have been able to close out my gymnastics career that way. My favorite team memory is probably like every day in the gym or even the bus rides, every competition I could probably remember and tell you if we won, if we lost, or what happened, or who traveled where, but I think my favorite is definitely those times with my team. P.S. winning the 2019 regional championship. I've grown in so many ways in and out of the gym solely because of this team, and I'm so thankful for that. I would say that one way that I grew the most would be learning to love myself without gymnastics. So I struggled not being able to go in and practice every day, but that struggle really taught me how to make sure I'm being the best for my team without gymnastics being involved at all. And I've really grown as a person and found myself. I have had the best support system I can guarantee from the amazing coaching staff who have opened all these doors through my 4 years here to keep me on the Stout Gymnastics team and allowed me to work alongside them this year. I'd also like to thank my amazing family who have supported every single decision I have ever made, as well as my hometown coaches who have raised me from the first day that I met them like their own, and they have supported me nonstop since my journey has begun there. I'd also like to thank every family and best friend that I've met in relation to Stout and Menominee and the whole community, and it means so much to me, and I thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
Maddie Mullenbach is a senior from Austin, Minnesota. We call her Mully, is her nickname. Her major is environmental science with a minor in geographical information systems and biology. And Mully's really a true student athlete with a 3.715 cumulative grade point average. She's made the Dean's List 7 times over her career, and she was recognized as the WCGA and NCGA Academic All-American. She's really a pace setter in the gym for us, and others, have to keep up to her efficiency and her work ethic. Molly is really intentional in her training. I remember her freshman year, she'd write goals on the wall and just her intentions for the day and the week, and she did that all on her own, and that's really pretty special. Molly's competed varsity in every single meet for 4 years, and she's been our leadoff hitter, meaning she's first up and she gets the ball rolling in the right direction. She had a career high score of a 9.525 on the vault, a 9.3 on the balance beam, and a 9.6 on the floor exercise, and she helped lead our team to the WIAC Conference Championship in 2019. Maddie has a heart of gold, and we talk about character as how do we deal with failure and what do you do when no one is watching. And Maddie's character is quite remarkable. And her compass is always pointing north or in the right direction. She's on our leadership team. And we talk about doing our routines for others, and she'll whisper to me before she salutes the judge that she's doing her routine at a meet for my sister Kelly or Michaela Boogie. She's really a coach's dream. But she's found her voice and become pretty independent, and we're just excited to watch her continue to bloom as a young professional. So to senior Maddie Mullenbach.
I'm from Austin, Minnesota, and my major is in environmental science with a concentration of natural resources and conservation. What brought me to Stout was the small campus feel and my recruiting experience with Becky. I really felt valued and that this would become my second home. My favorite personal memory would probably be competing at Iowa my freshman year and receiving my career high of 9.6 on the floor. As for my favorite team memories, I'd have to say our trip to Texas and competing at Nationals sophomore year. That year holds a special place in my heart as we came together and showed our team culture, how our team culture helped us accomplish a new program top finish. When it comes to thinking of one way in which I've grown over the years, it's hard to pick one. But I've learned from so many great role models that I have developed skills to become a leader and learned that those around me have helped me become who I am. Lastly, I'd like to thank my parents, my family, and my friends for always supporting and believing in me. And I'd also like to thank my coaches and teammates for teaching me life skills. Lastly, I'd like to thank my role models that I've looked up to over the years, such as Brooke Terry, Lexi Ramler, and Hallie Remlinger. They've taught me how to appreciate every moment throughout the process and to never let my mind get in the way of my goals.
Olivia Rosenau from Shoreview, Minnesota, a senior and was on the famous Roseville High School gymnastics team. Her and I actually share the same childhood coach, friend, and mentor in Julie Castellano, so are really cut from the same cloth. Olivia majored in health, wellness, and fitness and will graduate this August. She's always been very sweet and team-oriented. She knows all of her teammates' vault board settings and is happy to host recruits when they come on campus. She had a unique experience being both a club and a high school gymnast, which was really team-oriented, something that sometimes the club gymnasts don't have that experience. But she was a high school state champion on the uneven bars in Minnesota and part of a team state championship. She had a career high score of a 9.375 on the uneven bars and helped lead our team to the 2019 conference championship. She'll be remembered for her famous dance moves on floor from her freshman year. But it's fun to see her challenge herself to be elite in all areas of her life. She's really been working hard her senior year, efficient in everything that she does, has part-time jobs outside, but it's fun to see her successful and happy. And she's worthy of the spotlight, Olivia. So do you, Liv. Senior Olivia Rosenau.
I was originally born in Chita, Russia. I was adopted at the age of 1, and then I was raised in Shoreview, Minnesota. My major is health, wellness, and fitness with a concentration of health and wellness promotions. I came to Stout because I wanted to continue my gymnastics career mostly. I wasn't 100% sure career-wise, but I figured that out down the line. Becky reached out to me over a phone call one night and wanted me to set up a recruitment visit and see the team and the campus. My favorite memory for the past few years would be when we had a travel meet to Denton, Texas. We went to Billy Bob's and we went line dancing and we did we watched cowboy bull riding. Also, when our team won the WIAC championships in 2019. I have learned a lot about leadership throughout a team, how to persevere through injuries with a team when I am not able to contribute. I would like to thank my parents for putting me in the sport in the beginning. I also would like to thank a lot of my coaches and teammates throughout the year for all their support and unforgettable memories.
Could our 4 seniors please come up to the front of the court, front of the floor, pardon me. and be recognized. All four of you, don't be afraid. First up, congratulations, Sade Boone. Congratulations to Cassie Ethan. Congratulations to Maggie Monabach. And congratulations to Olivia Rosedale. Thank you for all you've done for UW Stout Gymnastics. At this time, can all student athletes please leave the mat as we announce the final results. We will now announce the unofficial results first through third on each event, all around as well as team results. We ask that the student athletes to stand and be recognized. First, on the ball. In third place with a score of 9.425 from UW Whitewater, Faith Mylan. In second, with a score of 9.425 from UW Whitewater, Emily North. And in first place, with a score of 9.750 from UW Stout, Sade Boone. Now for the scores of the uneven bars. In third place, with a score of 9.325, Taya Stella Makowski of Whitewater. In second place, with a score of 9.325 from UW Stout, Olivia Rosedale. And in first place, with a score of 9.450 from UW Whitewater, Blaze Wilson. Scores for the balance beat. In third place, with a score of 9.475 from UW Whitewater, Blaze Wilson. In second, with a score of 9.525 from UW Whitewater, Karina Sable. And in first place, with a score of 9.550 from UW Whitewater, Lauren Goldman. Scores for the floor. In third place, with a score of 9.575 from UW Whitewater, Faith Mylan. In second, with a score of 9.60 from UW Whitewater, Blaze Wilson. And in first place, with a score of 9.650 from UW Stout, Sade Boone. First through third, all around. In third place, with a score of 37.250 from UW Stout, Kiara Bruni. In second, with a total score of 37.425 from UW Whitewater, Faith Mylan. And in first place, with a score of 37.925 from UW Whitewater, Blaze Wilson. Our overall team scores tonight, with a score of 184.425, UW Stout. And in first, with a score of 187.825, UW Whitewater. That concludes tonight's event. Thank you for participating. The next home gymnastics meet is March 20th at 5 p.m. against Hamlin.